Monsoon, it's a jungle. Anyway, after no one gets that reference, now time to leave. This is one of definitely the easiest keysers. It's right near the start of the level. It's pretty hard to miss. I don't like these crocodigators, except I kind of like them. This has, like, pretty nice music. Especially considering what a dumb level it is. Now, I really can't bring myself to totally hate any level with rain in it, because I sort of like rain too much. But, I don't know, the freaking dumb scuba alligators kind of make up for it in things that I hate. But luckily, this is one of the most obvious ones if you like exploring really obvious secrets like I do and not being good at finding any ones that are very well hidden. But there you go. Start a level, you're already at full health. Pretty good deal. I guess technically you're not full health because you can get the 9th elusive heart by killing 8 enemies or whatever, but don't be so technical. It's unflattering. And I got the crocodigator to spawn away. Hooray. I am bad at the timing on these that don't sync in with each other, aren't perfectly in sync with each other. Yeah, this is an overwhelmingly complicated part. There's just so much, and I don't feel comfortable skipping it because I know some of these things have random treasure boxes in them like this. So I can't tell if that's supposed to be a smiley face or a guy with a nose, or... Oh, is it a smiling guy when his eyes are, like, near the lid? I don't know, I just destroyed the only element of it I had, or the only instance of it I had on screen, but there are various ways you could interpret that face, and I was interpreting it as, like, a bald guy with a big forehead, but, whoops, I forgot to do that right. I don't know if it's anything important, I kinda doubt it, but I will go do it for the sake of doing it. What is it? You just break through here, and then you get to... I actually like these guys. They're like weird witch doctor... Actually, I think they are supposed to be witch doctors instead of me just naming things random stuff based on incorrect assumptions of what they look like, but... No, I'd say those are pretty much witch doctors. Ekum bokum. So, I forget what the point of doing this is. Alright, you get to fly up a little more and do that in epic miss, except I broke it. Now I can go up with Balloon Wario, if I can get ballooned. Because it's Puffy Wario, and I know it's Puffy Wario, and I'm just intentionally giving it the wrong name because I'm dumb, but... Whatever. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. Yep, that's how cheaters do it, and all this work is just for something pointless, if I recall correctly. Oh yeah, I totally care about golds. Give me golds. Yeah! Golds! Yeah, CD! CDs are important. Actually, a lot of the music on the CDs is quite nice and surreal. It's not just the game's soundtrack. In fact, it's not very much of the game's soundtrack. A lot of it is just random songs they made solely for the CD, which is pretty neat. Quite a Japanese thing to do, it seems. Those Japanese and their appreciation of music, even if it's weird video game music. Should be like America and know that video games are toys meant for losing weight and old people. So anyway, since this is a kind of boring level, interesting tangent to go on. Now this is a horribly easy one. I think it's one of the few instances there's a standard enemy in one of these levels. But apparently Casual Gamer, technically, back before Wii times, it was used to refer to like the people who just are like, Halo, Grand Theft Auto, and Madden. These are the video games I own, and I have a PlayStation 2 or Xbox. Yeah, those are... I like them better than the family-friendly type of casual gamer, but that makes sense because they are technically video game people and kind of intense about it, but not really serious video games. I forget what I was reading that was labeling them, but it was pretty interesting. And that really makes more sense because I wouldn't call what we call casual quote-unquote gamers at all. I'd call them like people who play video games that are not part of the gaming culture at all, no matter how hard you stretch it. But, or I guess fine, they're in a morphing culture and it's a subculture of the subculture and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like giving the people who are just like Halo, Grand Theft Auto a different classification than us sophisticated gamers who play kiddie games and RPGs, JRPGs, gay RPGs more like. That's probably not gonna go over too well in the comments. But anyway, yeah, terminology sure is interesting. I forget what's in here. I don't think it's much important, but alright, it's if you want to go back up, which is some kind of extra bonus that I will partake in because I have plenty of time left and I don't feel like rushing towards the goal just yet. There's no time for stalling when you're rushing. I'm so inclined to make him freak out, I risk misusing the almighty power of Puffy Wario. Anyway, this might actually have one of the thingies that I want. I seem to recall doing this basically every time nah, it's just a thing. Problem is I had like I selectively did some things and ignored others, and there's another opening up in the roof, which I'm not sure what is for. I'm not sure if you could get to it. I think I might have tried in the past and failed miserably, and that is what I'm remembering, but I'm gonna give it a try anyway to just make this Let's Play a little more than grumbling about how I don't like Let's Playing this game very much. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so it was over here, eh? Yep, that's not happening. That's probably just the roof so you don't fly off into the abyss with that. Is there anything you get from... Nope. 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 Okay, that'll do. Oh yeah, there's this part in here I don't like at all because you're forced to time limit with it, and I swear there's a bunch of stuff I'm supposed to be getting in here that I never get because that happens, and then I'm inclined to run all the way back, which is good because then I get this, which I assume is moved somewhere in the hard mode because I seem to remember having a lot of problem with this level in hard mode, or maybe just when I was trying to go for good scores. But then there's this whole thing in here which is meant like to be the most confusing thing in the world because why would you do this, and it's an important piece too. And then there's extra stuff too, and it's all confusing and upsets me. And then there's this, what the heck, how were you supposed to know that was there? It wasn't marked. And it's not even regular level 2, you had to, like, mistakenly freaking jump through there to get up here, and it's all only for a diamond, and the time is ticking, and I'm scared, and maybe I just remember being traumatized by this general area. Would not surprise me. A puzzle I didn't know how to solve, and a thingy that thinged. Pretty horrible in my book. And this is less of an epic, crazy challenge than I remembered it being, but still certainly unsettling, and that's a friggin' creepy area. Whoops. Yeah, and there's also this little area under here, I forget what it does, but I have a full thing, and Keezer is on the way out, and I have a CD. I am done with this level. I could not give a crap about that if I tried, except when it turns out to be the exit. Or maybe not. No, never mind. My bad. Oh, Wario, you climb up so quickly. Okay, so let's go down this the slowest way possible, or not. Okay, that was pretty cool. Much easier to go back than forward in this part, although you need to not get ahead of yourself and accidentally go through the portal. I think I might have done that once and felt quite silly afterwards for obvious reasons. I probably said something weird that wasn't go back through the portal, except I think now that I did, I just remembered saying something that was silly. It was probably just that I said portal that made me feel silly. Because the cake is a lie and whatnot. Okay, now time for never doing any of these standard levels again. Well, I guess I'll probably, I mean, my track record with the game is probably too great to not ever do them again, but I'm sorry about that, eating dried fruit pieces. Using to keep my energy up as I let's play all night and rock and roll all day or something. Party every day. That painting sure is shaking in a good way. Didn't glitch out at all. But anyway, yeah, I guess the next part we'll fight Cractus and start up the final golden passage level. If I was feeling super, I would think it's just possible to beat Cractus in the amount of time I have left if you, like, did everything super perfectly, but there's no way I'm gonna do that. So next part, I'll fight Cractus, and if you don't know who Cractus is, you'll see who Cractus is. He's my favorite boss in basically anything ever, but yeah, I'll smell you at a later date.